Hi, gang. Um, so I wanted to introduce two tasks today. We have the new syllabus with 10 tasks. So this is on the Moodle. So the syllabus, the appended syllabus is 10 tasks for 100 points. So the Python skills tests, 101, 102, and 201 are each worth 10 points still. Then there are three basic tasks, which are required: downloading the corpus, or actually downloading two documents from a corpus, tokenizing, and keyword frequencies. So, and then from advanced tests, we'll have 4 out of these different possible advanced tasks in linguistics and text analysis. Today, I will cover these two tasks, downloading 2 documents from a corpus and tokenizing. Okay, let me save that. So the requirements for the tasks. So, well, here on Moodle, you can see I've have a basic task section. Here's task 1, select 2 documents from the corpus. Task 2 is a tokenize, and task 3 is token frequencies. I will add the advanced task after I make the code and movies for these 3. So here I just downloaded the basic tasks and requirements. So if you open that up, I've outlined the requirements for each of the 3 basic tasks. So for task 1, you'll select 2 documents from a corpus. Here, select at least 2 documents from 1 corpus. All of the other tasks, the basic and advanced tasks, will rely on these documents. And this is what you submit to Moodle. So you'll submit a Python script showing how you imported the corpus. You'll show me a portion of the text in each document and the number of words in each document. And you'll also submit the text files. So these are what you'll submit to me to pass task 1. And you can see on Moodle, here's an example. So this is the code, and here are the 2 texts that I do in this example. So you'll submit something like this. You'll submit code. You'll take this code and modify it, and you'll also submit 2 texts. So I'll cover that today. And then second task is to tokenize. So to use for task 2, you will use the NLTK module or some other NLP module to tokenize your documents. You'll define a list of stop words and remove these from the tokens. You'll also convert your tokens to lowercase, remove stop words, and lemmatize the tokens. So this is this exercise, task 2, is to practice processing tokens. Right? So the 2 files that you're going to give to me are a Python script and a table in an Excel spreadsheet, I guess. I'll show you these in a second. So the Python script should show that you perform the following steps. First, you're going to tokenize. So Python scripts for each document. So you can do these. You can use the same script. You can do all of this for 2 documents in 1 script, or you can have 2 scripts where you basically copy and paste the script, but then change it for the second document. So in each script for each document, you will tokenize the words in the document. Then convert to lowercase. You'll remove some stop words. You'll lematize, and you'll remove some more. You'll remove stop words again, just to make sure that that you didn't miss any stop words after lemmatizing. And then for each of these steps, you'll show me the number of tokens in each document. So these are here. I have this is the code. Here's a text file containing extra stop words. I'll show you how to use this, how to add stop words to your list. And here's a table containing that. Sorry, here's an Excel spreadsheet containing that table. So if you submit these three things to me, that is passing task 2. So let me dive into the code and show you how we're going to do it. So I'm going to open Jupyter Notebook. Okay. So first I want to show you my file structure. So everything that I'm doing for this is saved here on GitHub in Academic Internship. So you can access this on GitHub as well as on Moodle, but I want to show you how I set up the file structure. So here's my project folder for Academic Internship. And then I have data, I have results, and I have scripts. So the scripts are here. I have the task 1, task 2, task 3 scripts, and I also have these extra stop words. In data, I have my tokens and text files. In the results, I have my statistics spreadsheet, and I will also output like graphs and figures and things into this results file. So this is just how I organize my stuff. And the scripts I like to number so that they kind of go, in order. So anyways, first, if you download this from Moodle, you can open it up, select 2 documents. This is for task number 1. So task number 1 is selecting 2 documents from a corpus. We'll use NLTK has a corpus module, and here's a link to that API, and here's some examples of how to use it. The NLTK corpus module actually includes several corpora. Let me open this. Here's a list of the corpora contained in NLTK. There are more than 100. Some of these are very useful. Some of them are very specific and not very useful for us. I encourage you to take a corpus of text. So, for example, the Gutenberg corpus is what I'll use today. There's the Brown corpus containing media articles. There's web text corpus, NPS, chat, Twitter samples, ABC. These are all UDHR. These are all corpuses containing text, which you could use. You could pick any one of these. So we start by importing NLTK and IO. If you have trouble importing NLTK, there's some, let's see. Let me know if you have trouble downloading it. Some of us had trouble downloading it. You had to install something else first, but it's working for me. And then I'm going to download the corpus Gutenberg because I'm going to select 2 documents from this corpus. So I'm downloading Gutenberg. It's up to date, true. And then I'm going to import from nltk.corpus, import Gutenberg. Now you can check out the files, the file IDs in this corpus. So The Gutenberg corpus includes 20 full-length texts of famous novels and plays. It includes Jane Austen's Emma and Persuasion, Sense and Sensibility. It has the full text of the King James Version of the Bible, some poems by Blake and Walt Whitman. It has 3 plays by Shakespeare. So a lot of Alice in Wonderland by Carol. So there are a lot of, you could pick any 2 of these if you wanted. I'm going to use Hamlet and Macbeth as my 2 examples for the rest of these tasks. So document 1, Gutenberg.words, you can see the words in the Shakespeare Hamlet text. If you want to view the original text, you can join all the words with a space. This is this like space.join function. A string.join function joins a list of words and puts this in between them. So this is a way to kind of convert this list of words into text, and then I'll output it. So you can see it's actually, this is the text, The Tragedy of Hamlet by William Shakespeare, actus primus, so on and so forth. So this is the text. Okay. So first step, because task 1 asks you to save the text the text file containing full text of each document. That's one of the things you need to output, right? This is Hamlet text and Macbeth text here. To do that, let's go here. Sorry. We can create a file to export the text. I'm going to name it this Hamlet text. Notice this .. / data. That's how I'm moving from, sorry. That's how I'm moving from here. I made my scripts folder, but I want to go up to the parent folder and then from scripts folder into data folder and save it here. And that's why I'm using this .. / data / this path to save this. And then, so I save that. Oh, I open a file to do that. I create a file with that name. And then I'm going to write this text object, so this string to the file, right? So I'm going to do that. There, I did it. Oops, I didn't find it. Okay, I did it. And then I'm going to close the file. Okay, so now you can see text. I just updated my Hamlet text, right? So, okay, so that part's done. Now we can look at the words again. What's the data type? It's not a list, although here it looks like a list. It's actually wrapped in some corpus module data type, the streamback corpus view, whatever that is. So we can still query this to see how many words are in the text. There are 37,000. So that was part of the, right, part of the requirement. Showed me how now you've showed me how you've imported the corpus and a portion of the text and the number of words, right? So this satisfies the requirements for task 1. You can go on to convert this reader object, corpus module object, to a list by just casting it as a list. And you can see that if you do that, oops. What I call this? Oh, sorry, here I'm calling it words. That it has the same number of words in the list as it had here, but now it's a list object. Here, yeah, you can see it's you can confirm Hamlet tokens is a list object, and I'm also going to export this file to here as Hamlet tokens. So this is the text prose. This is a list of tokens. So I export this. Here for each item in the token list, I'm going to write it out. to the file. I did that, and I'm going to close the file. So now if you go here and look, tokens is a document containing all the tokens like this. And the text is the prose, right? So that's Hamlet. And then I go through the exact same thing with the second document here of Macbeth, right? So, and when I'm done with that, I end up with Macbeth text and Macbeth tokens. So for you, if you submit to me this code that you've adapted and the two text files for the two documents that you've selected, that satisfies task number 1. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of this. Okay, so now I'm going back to scripts. And let's do task 2. So tokenize. Remember for task 2, we're going to do 5 steps. We're going to tokenize, make them lowercase, remove stop words, lematize, and remove stop words again. And we're going to, for each of these steps, we're going to create a table to show the number of tokens in each document at each step of processing. So I just want you to get a sense of how each of these steps is changing the number of tokens. Right? So I'm gonna here, oops. GitHub. Okay, so here in the results, I've saved this file, corpus statistics. I'm going to open this up. I've already filled this out, but I'll kind of show you how I filled it out as I go through the code. So this is for task 2. So I have these 5 steps to tokenize, change to lowercase, remove stop words, lematize, remove stop words again. And each case, this is what I have, raw tokens, lowercase tokens, tokens with stop words removed, lematize, removed again. Here are my 2 documents. Right? So let's go to the code. Okay, so here we're going to tokenize and process these tokens. Here are the 5 steps. Additional steps that we could do, which we're not going to cover in this task, are tagging parts of speech and chunking. So these are important for some applications, but we're not going to do them now. Here's some more references about NLTK and a tutorial. Right, here is the code. I should have included this in the code for step 1. If you have trouble installing NLTK, here's how you can install it. You can install it this way if it's still giving you trouble. Okay, so, but I've done all these things so I can just run this. So I'm going to import nlt.tokenize, 2 modules, sent tokenize and word tokenize, and of course my IO. Okay, so I'm giving you an example string. We covered this before, I think in class. Here's a sentence, right? If you sent tokenize is going to tokenize this into sentences. So here it takes a single string and it tokenizes it into 3 strings, which are individual sentences. But I don't want to tokenize sentences. I want to tokenize words. So word tokenize on the example string does this. Right? Okay. So first I'm going to do Macbeth. Oh no, sorry. First I'm going to do Hamlet. So this is how I adapted this file for 2 documents. I have file name here and here. I have the 2 file names. And first I'll just run it for one and comment out the other. And when I'm done with this, I'll comment out the first one and undo this one, and I'll run it again. Right. So, right, I'll just do this for Hamlet. So import Hamlet. This is the file name. And now I'm going to open that file. Right. Here's my path out of my script folder and into my data folder to open the text. And I will save the text using this read function. And here's the text. It's a single string, right? I'm calling this document text, doc text. Here I'm going to use word tokenize on that, and I will show you the first 10 tokens. Okay, there they are. And how many tokens altogether? 37391. Okay. Now this is a little bit different than the number we got before, because now here I'm using the word tokenize function, and before I was using something in the corpus. I was using that a different function. I was using that corpus object, which is not a list of tokens. So, anyways, I'm just gonna tokenize this myself, and the number of tokens is a little bit different than what I saw before, but that's fine. And so the length of tokens is 37390. This is what I report after step 1. Right? So step 1, tokens, raw tokens, 37391, right? So I fill that in. Okay, now step 2, I'm going to convert all my tokens to lowercase using this command, list comprehension, right? So for every token in doc tokens, I'm going to apply lowercase and return this all as a list. And I'm going to save this over my same list object doc tokens. So I run this. And how many tokens do I have? 37391, because making these tokens lowercase should not change the total number of tokens. So 37391, and I write that here. Okay, step 2, check. And now we move on to step 3. Okay, so I did that. Here they are, and I can verify that they're all lowercase. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to remove stop words. To do this, I want to download the stoploads library or module in NLTK. So I'll do that, and then from NLT corpus, I will choose stop words, and I will import word tokenize, although I've already done that above, so I don't need to do that. Okay, so NLTK, did I not import NLTK? Okay, maybe I need to import NLTK too. Okay, so stopwords is up to date. I am going to the list of stopwords. I don't want unique. I only want unique stopwords, so I'm going to use set to make them unique, and then I'm going to convert them back to a list again. So now it's a list of stopwords, and you can see that the first 20 stopwords are this, right? And they're all lowercase. Notice. So this is part of the reason why we did lowercase conversion to lowercase here, because all the stopwords are lowercase. If I had some uppercase and some lowercase, the stopwords would not capture the uppercase stopwords, or sorry, words, right? So that's why we do lowercase before stopwords. Okay, now here's an example of a quote. I'm going to word tokenize it, and here are the tokens. Sir, comma, I protest, period. I am not a married man, exclamation point. To remove stopwords from this example, I will create a new list, quote tokens, no stopwords, empty list. I'm going to go through my quote tokens list here. For every token, if the token is not in stopwords, then if it isn't, if it's not in stopwords, then I will add it to my list. If it is in stopwords, I'm going to ignore it. Right? So this is how I remove stopwords. So I run this, and now quote tokens with no stopwords, you can see I has been removed, am has been removed, not has been removed, a has been removed, and we only have sir, comma, protest, period, married man, exclamation point. Maybe But maybe you don't want punctuation to be included among the stop words, right? Maybe there's some extra words that you want to add to your list of stop words. So this is where this extra file comes in, extra stop words. If you open that up, you can see I've put in a few, just a few examples of punctuation that I want to remove. But I want to add these to my stop words list and then remove them from my list of tokens. So here I have this file named extra stop words is this text file, task2 extra stop words. That's the name of the file here. I open that file. The file name is file extra stop words. Sorry, the file is file extra stop words. It's in the same folder as the script, so I don't have a prefix here, path. And then I read lines on that file to get my extra stop words, right? And then I will close the file and I will show you what those extra stop words are. So, oops, file not found. Why not? Okay, maybe I need to close this. Let's try it again. Task2 extra stop words. Oh, there's a dash. Is that the problem? Okay, there it is. So here are my extra stop words, but because they're like one per line, I have this carriage return \n. So I want to strip this white space off of each of these. To do that, I'm going to use a word comprehension. So extra stop words for word and extra stop words, I'm going to strip that word, which removes white space from the left and right side. And I will return that as a list. And then I will show you what that is. And it's all of the comma, the period, right? Everything that was in this file without the white space on it. Yep. Okay. So this way you can add, and you can add anything you want to this, right? I'm just giving you some simple examples of punctuation, but you might actually want to add some words to it later. Especially when you're doing the word frequency task, like task 3, if there are words popping up that you think should be excluded, then you can go back to this code in task 2 and add those words to your stop words and rerun this code, and then go back to task 3 and they will be removed from your list of tokens. So I might show an example of that later when I'm doing task 3. Anyways, but right now, extra stop words are not included in my list of stop words, right? They're extra. So I can confirm my stop words list has 179 words. Here I'm going to append, I'm going to concatenate stop words with extra stop words and make sure that there are no duplicates and 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, that they're unique using set, and then convert this back to a list. And I will show you the length of stop words now is 185 because these 6 items were added to the list of 179. So now here's these are my document tokens. How many do I have? I have 3,000. That's sorry, 37,000. I'm going to run this again. Now removing stop words that include these extra ones, right? So here, yeah, so I haven't done this yet. Okay, so I have 3,791. That's where we left off here after step 2. And if we run this and remove stop words from Hamlet, I can show you these are the tokens which are left over. And more importantly, we now have 17,700 stop words. So here, that's the end of step 3. Right? So we went from 37,000 words to 17,000 words because almost 20,000 of those words were stop words. Okay, so step 4, we're going to lemmatize. To do this, we need WordNet module from Corpus, and we need to download this. So if I do that, it's already up to date, and we will instantiate our lemmatizer. So there it is. LMTZR is our NLTK word lematizer, WordNet lematizer. Here's a short example with here are words and cars. And I'm going to I'm going to run the tokenize. I'm going to tokenize it here. So there, I've tokenized it. And now for tokens, for every token in tokens, I'm going to run it through my lematizer here using the lematize function. And then I'll return those lemmatized tokens as a token lemma, as a list. And then I'll show it to you. And here we go. So you can see lemmatizing takes a minute. So you can see here, for example, the word words was lemmatized to word. The word cars was lemmatized to the word car. Right? So just to show you what's happening. Okay, so here are but now I want to do this to the tokens in Hamlet. So here are the tokens in Hamlet. Recall I have 17,700 of these. And now I'm going to run this lematizer on every token in of these 17,000. And hopefully it doesn't take forever. Oh, that was fast. Okay, and how many do we have left? We still have 17,700, right? So at the end of step 4, we still have 17,700. Because lemmatizing does not remove tokens, it just changes them. Okay, lastly, step 5. Now that we've lemmatized, right, maybe words was not a stop word, but word is. And so after lemmatizing, maybe our stop words did not catch this, a plural version or something like that, but we want to remove it anyways. So after we've lemmatized, we can remove stop words again, just to double check. So we have, for Hamlet, we have 17,700 words. And here is my code again for removing stop words, right? I'm going to run that. And I will show you same tokens. And we can confirm that the length now is 17,695, which is slightly smaller than 17,700. So removing stop words after lemmatizing removed 5 additional words compared to the initial 20,000. So pretty much we got all of them. Not a big deal if we left 5 behind. But anyways, these are the steps I wanted you to do for task 2. And these are some additional tasks. I almost forgot, you need to export step 6. We need to export tokens for later tasks, right? We're going to need this. So I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. So file name, file out equals, so here I already have in data, I already have Hamlet tokens. I'm going to call these Hamlet tokens processed, processed, right? .txt, and so run that, and I'm going to create, oh sorry, this is file out name. This is called file name. Okay, so file out is open, and now I need, oops, sorry, I need to put in my path to data because I don't want it in my scripts file. And then plus file name, right? And create that file. Open, sorry, and I'm going to write this file so it doesn't exist yet. And then for each token in this list, right? The token in this list, we want to write it to this file, to file out. So here we're going to write token, and I want to put that at the end of every token to make a enter or like a space. So each token will be on its own line. So you're going to do that. And when that's done, let me run that. Okay, and then close the file. Okay, so that should have created an additional file here, Hamlet tokens process. If I open this up, it should be all of the tokens, right, in Hamlet, lowercase, remove stop words, lemmatized. But you can look through this list, and if you see things like this that you don't want, right, you might go back to the extra stop words. You might add these to the extra stop words list and then rerun this code, right? So I will definitely do that before I move on to step 3, to task 3. But anyways, yep. So that's that. Okay, so now, and also I will have 2 different file names, right? One file will be for him, the other will be for Macbeth, right? And now I'm going to go back up to the top, and rerun this. For Macbeth. So I've done it for Hamlet. Now I'm going to do it for Macbeth. Right. Do it again. Here's the Macbeth text. Right. It's 23160. Right. That's where I get my 23160. Okay. Make these lowercase. Still 23160. Note that the names of the list I'm using are generic, right? Doc tokens. I'm not saying like Hamlet tokens or Macbeth tokens. That's so that I don't get confused, right? So that I can use this code for more than one file and not worry about being confused by the variable names. So keep these variable names generic, like doc tokens or token, right? Okay, so, and here's Macbeth. Okay, now I'm gonna do the stop words. I already did that. Stop words. Here's the example. Remove the stop words. Okay, I'm appending extra stop words. 179. Add 6 more. Here's Macbeth. 23160. Okay, now I'm going to remove stop words from Macbeth. And it results in 11,475, which is what I put here after removing stop words. Now go through. I've already done this. I've already done that. I've already done this. Did that. Basically, I need to do this. I need to apply my token, my lematizer to tokens, no stop words. Okay, so on that. Still 11,475 after step 4. Okay, now I'm gonna go one more time and remove stop words from the lemmatized list of tokens. And I get 1,467, which is here, which is about 8 fewer than the 12,000 I lost here. So this got most of them. Lemmatizing only created a few additional stop words. Okay, now I'm going to export these tokens for later tasks. Here, I'm going to make sure that I'm exporting to Macbeth, tokens process and not Hamlet. Boom, 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 boom. Again, there were additional tasks not required for task 2, including parts of speech tagging and chunking. I'm not going to cover that in task 2, but we might come back to those in advanced tasks. All right, I'm going to save this and upload it. And I'm going to add to the requirement. You should also export text files containing the list of processed tokens for each document. So in Moodle, you can upload your tokenized the code here. Actually, let me update this right now so you have the updated code. That's fine. Corporate statistics are fine. I didn't change anything there, but I did change the code. Extra stuff looks not tokenized here. And I should also give you the data, which are tokens processed for Hamlet and Macbeth. So those. And this is that. Okay, so you will submit this to me for task 2. So that's the video for basic task 1 and task 2. I think you could probably run through these almost as fast as I did and check these 2 tasks off your list. All you need to do is pick 2 documents, right? So you can pick news documents, like you can look through that corpus and decide which corpus and which 2 documents you want to compare. Remember, if we're doing like remember, if we're going to be doing some fun stuff with keyword frequencies, sentiment analysis, latent topics, if we're going to be comparing the latent topics or the semantic networks or the word embeddings or the keyword frequencies of these 2 documents, pick 2 documents that are kind of fun, kind of interesting. Like I thought kind of Hamlet and Macbeth would be interesting to compare. Maybe we'll see some interesting differences. I don't know. So you can pick whatever, you could pick 2 Jane Austen books, or you could pick 2 different news articles, right? From like a sports article versus like a politics article or something like that, whatever is interesting to you. Okay, and last thing is when you finish each task, then please go into here, the task submission checklist in the Google Sheets. Here's the link. And if you finish each task, you can check it off here. Just say, submitted, and you can either say like done, or you can say like, or just say, submitted. Right? And then I will respond with when I graded it. And so, oh yeah, where to submit to, I will add, let me just add those assignments right now. So for each task, I'll add an assignment here. So this will be the task 1 submission. Right, and you can just put in as many files as you like. So I'll save that right up here. And one through here. The basic task 2. Okay, that's everything. Please let me know if you have any questions. Schedule a consultation if you have any trouble. And I look forward to seeing your first tasks. I will put up code and requirements for task 3 and the first advanced task as soon as possible, hopefully in the next couple of days. So, okay.